Hi, wise women. Well, here we are at another Friday newsletter. I'm going to sit down on my porch swing. I hope you can see me okay. So, we are at the end of August and transitioning to a brand new month of September. I love autumn and the fall. I actually think you're probably going to get this newsletter right at the beginning of September. And I always feel like that shift into autumn is kind of a breath of fresh air sometimes from a very hot summer. And sometimes it also signals new beginnings, right? We think of it as starting school and getting all those school supplies and getting ready for a brand new year of some kind. And even if you're not in school, you're not a teacher, you're not a student, you can still kind of look at the fall that way. But what I wanted to say in this video is kind of a wrap-up about what I've been writing about with those 7 spiritual laws of success. And I just want to give this little wrap-up because I feel like those 7 spiritual laws really help us as we move through our lives at many different stages. No matter what decade you're in, you can always come back to those. Because if you remember, the very first one was about tapping into your pure potentiality, right? And we're kind of wrapping it up full circle by thinking about our life's purpose with Dharma. And that's what I write about this week. But all through those spiritual laws that we can hold in our life, it is about forming these intentions and looking at our life and whatever passage we're in. You know, maybe you're in a transition from a different job, or maybe you're younger and you're starting a family, or you're older and starting a family, or maybe you're a grandparent, or maybe you've lost somebody in your life and you need to step forward and start over. At those passages, it's really important, you know, to hold our integrity, hold our desires close to us, and really examine through self-awareness and through a practice of coming in touch with those desires and into that new purpose in our life. It can be anything at all. It does not have to be a major life change. It can just be something you're thinking about. Maybe you're thinking about even buying a new car, or maybe you're thinking of selling your house and moving to a smaller house or a bigger house, whatever it is in your life. In order to make those decisions and in order to move forward and not feel stuck and not feel crippled as you're making those decisions with anxiety or sadness, or maybe you have regrets about past decisions you've made, in order to move forward in your life, if you're able to embrace these 7 spiritual laws of success, then you will be able to move forward and make the best decision possible. Is it a decision that you won't regret? I can't guarantee that. You might have some regrets after you move to a different house, or after you maybe enter a different relationship, or maybe you're ending a relationship with somebody who is abusive in your life. Whatever it looks like, you might have some sadnesses and regrets. However, I'm convinced that if you follow those 7 spiritual laws with intention and purpose, and you give yourself the space and time to reflect, to meditate, to not hurry, and to come to an intention that supports your self-care and your life in all different ways. And then, if you remember what I wrote about last week, the important thing in making that decision and to put that intention forward to the universe is to also detach from it. and give yourself time, okay, without feeling like you have to control the outcome, but give yourself time just to observe. Observe and let things kind of flow. As you do that, other opportunities and ideas and options and people will come into your life to give you more feedback. So that when you ultimately make that decision, you're making it with as much confidence, with as much grace and fortitude and courage as you possibly can. As you know, a lot of the women that I work with have suffered a lot of loss in their life, and they're making their way through that grief. And the Wise Women Warrior program that I've created and that I run with these women, and hopefully with some of you will contact me about it, that program is designed to help you get to Dharma, okay, that seventh spiritual law, where you're actually creating a purpose and examining that purpose in your life, and really creating meaning in your life too, which is often that sixth stage of grief that David Kessler writes about. You probably have seen some of that in my work too. It's about creating meaning in your life after loss. So that's my wrap up. And I thank you for reading about these 7 spiritual laws. And we'll think of a new topic next week. And do contact me with any questions. And if you need my services, write to me, contact me. I'm happy to give you a free intake session. And we'll see if we're a good fit to work together. All right. Have a beautiful month of September. And we can all, if you're living in a region where the colors change like I am in Vermont, enjoy every spectacular color. Thank you.